All right, let's get right into it. Think about this for a second. What if your child's future health, their risk for things like asthma or diabetes or even eczema, what if that wasn't just locked in by their DNA? What if that whole story actually starts way, way before they're even born?
I mean, that's what we all tend to think, right? That DNA is this unchangeable blueprint that lays out the whole plan. But what if that's just not the whole picture? What if it's only like half the story?
So this quote, it actually comes from a real story. Picture a pregnant mom in a clinic. Her husband has pretty bad eczema, and she's just totally convinced that their baby's fate is, a 50-50 shot, a coin toss. Either the baby gets the gene or they don't, and that's it. And I think so many of us can relate to that feeling, right? But here's the thing. She was about to find out that it's so much bigger than just the code you pass on. The story of your kid's health, it turns out you actually get to be one of the authors. And yeah, this is where it gets really cool. That same mom, she was totally floored when she learned that what she ate during her pregnancy could directly talk to her baby's developing immune system. And get this, it could actually lower the risk of that eczema she was so worried about. It's not about rewriting the genes themselves, not at all. It's about influencing which ones get turned on or off. So, this whole mind-blowing idea actually has a name. And believe me, it's a total game changer for how we look at health. Now, the name itself sounds kind of scientific, a little academic maybe, but the core concept, it's actually super simple and makes a ton of sense when you hear it. Okay, so here's the big takeaway. Those 9 months of pregnancy, they are not just a passive waiting game. Nope. They are an active, live programming phase. Everything the baby's exposed to, the food, the mother's stress levels, just the whole environment, all of it is sending constant signals. And these signals are literally shaping how that baby's body will work for the rest of its life.
I love this analogy. It makes this so clear. Think of it like this. Your DNA, your genes, that's the blueprint for a house. It's the fixed plan. But epigenetics, that's the construction crew, the builders. They're the ones looking at the blueprint and deciding, okay, we're going to put a light switch here, turn on the water in this bathroom, and maybe we'll keep this door locked for now. The environment in the womb is like the project manager, telling the builders what to focus on, which genes to switch on, and which to leave off, all without ever changing that original blueprint. So, okay, if the womb is this incredible programming environment, then what are the actual programmers? What are these signals we keep talking about that are shaping a baby's future?
Well, it turns out it's a whole bunch of things, like a whole ecosystem of signals. Nutrition, obviously, is a huge one, but so are things like stress levels, keeping blood sugar in check, and even the variety of microbes in the mom's gut. Oh, and check out that last one, paternal health. That's right, dad's health matters too. This whole process can actually start even before the baby is conceived. Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room because I know what some of you might be thinking. We've all heard it, right? My mom smoked and lived off junk food when she was pregnant with me, and I turned out fine. It's that classic comeback. And you know what? I get it. On the surface, it seems like a fair point. But it completely misses the bigger picture of what the science is all about. And this is really the key mindset shift. The goal here isn't just about survival. It's not about just turning out fine. It's about optimization. It's about giving a child the absolute best, most robust start possible. I mean, think about it. Could your own risk for heart issues be lower? Could your body handle sugar better? Could your immune system fight things off more easily? We can't go back and change the past, of course, but what this science tells us is that we have the power to optimize the future. All right, so the science is fascinating. We get the theory, but so what? What does this actually mean for you, today, in the real world? How do we take all this incredible knowledge and turn it into something we can actually do? And we have to be honest here. This is a huge challenge. Let's be real. When you're pregnant and you're exhausted, you're nauseous, you have all these crazy cravings, the last thing on your mind is probably a big kale salad. There's this constant battle between what you know is ideal and what's actually possible in that moment. And that's totally 100% normal. This is why it's so powerful to reframe how we think about food during this time. Every single choice is sending a message. When you balance your blood sugar, you're not just thinking about your own weight, you're sending a programming signal for your baby's metabolism for life. Those omega-3s, they're literally the building blocks for their brain. Eating a bunch of different plants, you're feeding the good gut bacteria that will teach their immune system how to behave. See, it's not just a checklist of nutrients. These are powerful biological conversations you're having with your baby. And once you really get that, once it clicks that you're sending these crucial messages, it just changes everything. Suddenly, nutrition isn't a chore anymore. It becomes an investment, a profound one.
And this right here is probably the most important takeaway. This isn't about restriction. It's not about a giant do not eat list that makes you miserable. It's the complete opposite. It's about focusing on all the amazing, powerful foods you can add to your diet to build this incredible foundation of health for your child. We're talking about building a stronger immune system, a more efficient metabolism, a more resilient human for life.
So, when you boil it all down, what does this really mean? It means that those 9 months of pregnancy are one of the most powerful windows of opportunity we will ever have to shape the health of the next generation. It's just an extraordinary thought, isn't it? You're not just growing a baby. You're not just waiting for their arrival. You are actively, right now, shaping the adult that they will one day become.